That's what the good stats guy does on the phone. He goes on the phone and then it generates. There was a shot in the half. Their goal hit the bar. Almost didn't win it. And the that guy got excited with the first goal. so he went all the way through like the replay and stuff. Where did you go?
Hello and welcome to round 4 NPLW action here on a overcast, wet Sunday afternoon. We've got Canberra United Academy facing Wagga City Wanderers here at Hawker Football Centre. My name's Lachlan Roberts. I'll be your lead commentator for this afternoon. And joining me is Jeremy Maggan. Welcome, Jeremy. You spoke to Wagga City Wanderers coach Sam Gray during the week, and he was feeling fairly confident about the game. Tell me about that.
Good afternoon, Lachlan. Thanks for having me. Indeed, we had a good chat with Sam earlier this week, and coming off 2 losses in his first 2 games, he just was looking forward to try and get some points on the board today. He's also apparently a good mate of Scott McDonald, who's the coach at Canberra United Academy, and just was looking forward to put one over his mate. It's going to be a very interesting game. Nice not to have any rain. Yesterday was pretty terrible for the 2 games going on.
Speaking of the wet weather, we'll just do a quick recap of the results yesterday. We had a 8-goal thriller at O'Connor and Close, where Canberra, Croatia beat Canberra Olympic 5-3. Gungahlin United caused almost an upset there. It was 1-1 in the end between Belconnen United and Gungahlin United. Late header grabbed a share of the points for the Blue Devils. The other NPLW match was between Monaro Panthers and Woden Western, and that was called off at half-time due to the foul weather. In the NPL 1 results over the weekend as well, we had Monaro Panthers defeat Woden Western 3-0. And over the same, finishing up right now, we've got Tuggeranong United versus Belconnen United, and it was 0-0 in the 90th minute. The other 2 games that were scheduled to play, Tigers and Gungahlin, and Canberra Croatia as Canberra Olympic, were called off due to the weather, and they'll be rescheduled hopefully sometime this week. But looking at the game today, we've got Canberra United Academy versus Wagga City Wanderers. Canberra United Academy are forced to make one change with Anna Hunt, who suffered a concussion from last week after taking a ball to the face. She's the only change. Into her place comes Meg Roden. There is a bit of a tactical switch as well, with Hayley Taylor-Young moving back up to the centre striker role, where she played the first couple of games in the midfield. They start as Isabel Davey in goals, Taylor Hampson, Annie Grove, Katie Teo, Elise Jensen, and the back line. In the midfield, we've got Tara Cannon, Meg Roden, and Sasha Grove. And the front three of Sophia Christopherson, Hayley Taylor-Young, and Alex Giddies. And Wagga City Wanderers team is Samantha Emerson goals, Olivia Moore, Susan Way, Ava Tuxer, Brandy Nicholson in the backline, Miranda Walker, Tessa Vicari, Nikki Krutchich, Piper Lockley Henshin, Megan Castle and Lisa Carey will round out their side. Played ball in behind for Hayley Taylor-Young there, which goes out for a throw-in. Definitely one of the things that Wagga City Wanderers have to look out for today is the pace of Hayley Taylor-Young. She is quite quick, and moving back from the midfield to a striker must have been a tactical change during the week.
Yeah, exactly. And at the end of the game last week, when Anna Hunt unfortunately had to be carried out of the field, she did went up to play striker already. And I think we don't need to present Hayley Taylor-Young anymore. 30 goals last season. Obviously, is a very, very skilled striker. It's going to be a danger all game for Wagga City.
Wagga City Wanderers cleared their lines there. And it'll be Hampson who take the throw in on that far side. She looks for Hayley Taylor-Young in the middle of the park, who lays it off to Roden. First touch of the game for her. CUA always quite content just to hold on to the ball. Very possession-based game, and as shown there by passing the ball back to the keeper, who turns it over. But the pass in the midfield from Wagga City Wanderers is overhit, and will go out for a throw-in on this near side. Giddies on the ball. Wagga City Wanderers have the ball here. Great tackle there by Tara Cannon, who wins the ball and tries to take it away, but Wagga City Wanderers steal it off her foot. Miranda Walker on the middle of the park. And here comes Grove, breaking through. Great diagonal pass there for Sophia Christopherson. Comes back onto her right side, lays it off again. And the pass is just overhit, a return ball to Christopherson, and it meanders its way to Samantha Ems in goal. Vicari on the ball here. Ball down the line. See, we nearly turned the ball over there, but well won in the midfield. Finds Annie Grove. Finds Tara Cannon at that left-hand side. Who finds Sasha Grove, who lays it off out wide to Kristen. He's got some space here, tries and finds Giddies on the back stick, but the ball is overhit and it goes to Ams to pick up. She goes for a long pass here, which could be on for Wagga here, but calmly dealt with by Katie Teo. As you can hear in the background, Sam Gray quite content with the start from Wagga City Wanderers here.
Yeah, exactly, and we can see already a team very well in place. Oh, that was almost a through ball for Wagga Wanderers. We can see their team really well in place, just sitting down a little bit, not pressing high at all times, and making sure they being careful to those combinations that we already seen between Grove, Christopherson and Giddies at the front for Canberra United.
Both coaches and both clubs are known for obviously their youth development, and that's definitely shown here. It's such a young side for both teams.
And Sam was saying this week, that obviously last season they had a great result with their under-17 team on their first season, reaching the final and actually losing to Canberra United Academy. But he was saying that this youth is great for first grade, but he can only thank all the veterans that stayed from last year. Be it Suzwaya or Maddie Harris, who unfortunately couldn't play today, Brendan Nicholson, who are bringing experience to that young team, making sure that they can compete against the top of the league this week.
Quite an even start to the game. Both sides content just to hold the ball. As I said, that ball is overthrown from Ems and it goes out for a throw-in on that far side. Thankfully, the rain has held off at the start of this match. Tries to find Haley Young in behind, but she is offside and the ball is overhit anyway. It'll go out for a Wagga City goal kick. Just an update for you on that MPO1 score between Tuggeranong United and Belconnen United. The end result was a 0-0 draw out at Melrose Synthetic. Waggas play it short. They try and find Vakari, who has scored... was at one of the top goal scorers last year with 3 in 10 games. She also got on the score sheet early on in the season. I think she scored against Canberra, Croatia as well. So she'll be a threat for Canberra United Academy. They have to be aware of her. Grove here on the ball. Tara Cannon peels wide and receives the pass. Yet again, they're looking for that pace in behind for that. Pretty much all their midfielders and strikers possess. Academy, they're quite a quick side.
Yeah, exactly, and they have the skills to be able to get those through balls perfectly with Tara Cannon and Sasha Grove, and they have obviously the pace up front. And Taylor Young could not quite control that ball right there.
Speaking of Taylor Young here, she's breaking forward. This is where she's at her best. But a great cover tackle. That was Ava Tuxer with that tackle. That was fantastic. Yeah, Taylor Young brings her midfielders into play. Long range shot here. Tipping. But it drops safely into the breadbasket of M's and goals. I mean, that's one of the things that Coach Scott O'Donnell tried to teach Taylor Young by playing in the midfield, just that chase back and that fight in the midfield. And that's always a good thing for a striker to do.
Yeah, exactly. And that was a good shot right there, a bit wide. And she's already made her debut in W League, and you want a girl to be as complete as possible so she can compete with those fantastic players. I mean, she's got some great learning experience in W League, playing with the likes of Eliza Tosnes and Lina Kames, but going back to the academy for that short season, trying to get a bit more skills in the midfield, trying to understand what a midfielder would expect from her when she plays up front is really a good learning experience for her. I mean, obviously today she's back at her in a comfortable zone playing up there, but I think it's only going to be good for her to just add a range of skills.
She plays that ball in behind for Christopherson. Not many two players break into the box for Academy. Christopherson is content just to hold a possession and play it back to Cannon. Christensen again, got space to put a ball into the box, but tries and lays it off to the edge. Taylor Young, a great strike from the edge of the box, which just skims past the outside of the post. That is the danger that Taylor Young possesses. She can shoot from distance as well as her pace.
And she likes Wagga City Wanderers. Last season she scored 2 hat-tricks against them, so she definitely has a liking for that team. And here she is again at the edge of the box, trying to look for Christopherson, but a little bit too much on it. She's definitely a threat from wherever she is on the pitch. Good to see that the Canberra United Academy are not throwing everything in offense yet, still being wary of those potential counter-attacks from Wagga City Wanderers.
As you said, 2 hat-tricks in the 2 games she did play against Wagga City Wanderers. A fifth of her goals came against this club. She ended up winning the Golden Boot last year with 30 goals, which is impressive for a young teenage striker in any competition. She's on the ball here. She lays it off to Grove. Her sister has the ball. Content to play it to Yo. She's got space to move into the midfield here. They turn the ball over here, but they do turn the ball over here, Wagga City Wanderers, but they overhit the pass themselves, and Jensen plays it back to Yo, who finds Annie Grove. Great comeback from Wagga City Wanderers, chasing hard and winning the ball in midfield. Nicholson on that right-hand side, tries and cuts back in on the side. She's surrounded by Canberra United Academy players, though. Tara Cannon with a strong challenge. The Wagga City Wanderers maintain the ball, content to pass it around. This is where Canberra United Academy are dangerous. That long ball over top. She tries and finds Giddis, but the ball is a bit too long. Picked up by Ems, who throws it out quickly to this near side to Olivia Moore, who looks forward. Looks at that long ball over top, but no runners in behind, and it'll go out for a throw-in near the corner flag.
Those balls from Tara Cannon are always quite dangerous. We see that every time Canberra United gets the ball back, it's almost a front four playing with Tasha Grove joining Giddis Christopherson and Taylor Young. That's going to be a danger that Suzuaya and her back four are going to have to be very, very wary about.
Winning on the road has been a struggle for Wagga City Wanderers to the point where in their second season in the Capital Football NPLW, they haven't managed to win on the road. Their 3 wins last season did come at home at Wagga, so they've got a chance here, and a strong start is necessary if they want to claim their first away win. A rough challenge there by Jensen, and Wagga City Wanderers have a chance here to put the ball into a box and put it into a dangerous area. On the other hand, Canberra United Academy haven't kept a clean sheet this season, have conceded in every game they've played in, so they will want to eradicate that stat. Miranda Walker over the ball here. Plenty of players in the box for both sides. Only every single Canberra United Academy player, bar one, is in the box when to clear this ball. It goes into the back post. Davey spills it. Oh, and the toe poke just goes wide.
How dangerous is that free kick bouncing just before Isabel Davey, who unfortunately could not quite deal with it the right way. Wagga City would regret not putting one of those occasions in the back of the net.
As you said, it was a great ball from Miranda Walker. Wagga's first proper chance to have an attack, and they had a decent opportunity there. Yo turns the ball over there for the Wanderers. She tries in behind, but a great cover tackle from Annie Grove. And the ball's out for a throw-in. That's the sign of a good centre-back, isn't it? Covering for the mistake for her centre-back partner.
Yeah, exactly, and Annalise Grove did very well right there, making up for Catherine Teo. Little mistake on the trying to clear the ball, but right now Catherine Teo again defending well and conceding a corner kick.
It will be Walker to put the ball in here from the corner. Yet again, 10 players, Canberra United Academy players, in the box. Hopefully one of them will clear their lines here. Great ball to the back post, but it's Annie Grove who clears. Long range effort here, and it skims wide of Davies' post. She swings the ball out early here to Giddis. And the ball hits her hand, and it's a free kick to the Wanderers. Almost the identical position that Walker whipped in that last free kick here. A little bit further back, but let's see if she can find that dangerous ball to drop in front of Davey. She swings it across the box, but finds its way all the way out to the other side of the field. Walker try to keep it in, but the ball does go out and it'll be thrown into Canberra United Academy. It is a useful side that Wagga City Wanderers possess. They did lose the experience of Rachel Hardwick during the off-season, who went to Monaro Panthers, but Coach Sam Gray has recruited well. Ball across the box, which Academy clear into our own defender. A bit scrappy there on the edge of the box. Wagga pressing high and nearly winning the ball here. Ball falls to Taylor Young here. Giddis making the running behind, but Taylor Young takes on her player and beats her. Goes in the near post, straight into the breadbasket of Ems. The referee calls a stop to the game. I think a player is winded after taking the ball into her chest. Hopefully she's okay and can continue. As you see Sam Gray jog onto the field to check on his young troop. As you said, just quite a youthful side. He did recruit well in the off season to get some of the experience.
Yeah, exactly. He got a couple of girls coming from Canberra Olympic, as well as some players coming from interstate, and you know, he had obviously that, like we said before, that strong under 17 group coming up, but he had to make sure that there's enough experience coming here, especially against the size that he will face this year. This year, the NPLW has been so competitive, and unfortunately for him, his calendar was hosting Canberra, Croatia, Canberra Olympic, and then coming here to play Canberra United Academy for the first 3 games. So you want to have the best sides possible. It's going to be hard for him today, losing Maddie Harris and Tia Lyons just before the game started, unfortunately. But you know, we just hope for the best for that New South Wales side today.
The rain is starting to sleet down as the referee looks to get the game underway. Looks like Olivia Moore will be okay to continue. She's just waiting for the referee to wave her back onto the field. Ames kicks the ball and we'll get the game underway again. Annie Grove here on the ball. She finds Cannon, who looks for the ball in behind, but she's offside. That was Sasha Grove, who looked to make the run, but knew she was offside, so just held her run. Grove tries and finds the ball, pass into the midfield. Yo on the ball here. Wagga City Wanderers are pressing really high, putting a lot of pressure on the academy. As the rain starts to pour down here at Hawker Football Centre. Wagga trying to play out for the back here. But the turn. Annie Grove on the ball here. Turns the ball over under the pressure of a high press from Wagga City Wanderers, and the ball is played in behind here for Lockley Hinshin. But the ball goes out for a goal kick. Great ball from Davey to Sasha Grove. He tries and lays it off to Jensen, but a touch lets her down, and Wagga City Wanderers pick up the ball. Giddis on the ball here. Tries and switches it out wide. It's turned over here by Wagga. Jensen tries and finds Tahita Haley Young, but it's a wide pass. The switch is cut out by Cannon. He lays it back to Yo. Great pass to Yo under pressure. Just gets the ball back here. He tries and finds Giddis, but a great defence from Moore, who turns. Throw here from Jensen. Up the line to Grove, who touches the ball inside. She lays it out wide, but it's overhit, and Wagga have a chance to intercept. It's a bit scrappy out there at the moment as both teams adjust to the slippery surface and the fair to say putrid conditions here on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. And the grayer clouds starts coming on top of the field, and a bit of rain has come, which is not going to be easy for each side. Canberra United obviously has the advantage of training on that field week in, week out. But I think it's very good to see how Wagga City, playing on St. Legic, which I'm not used to, is responding to the offenses from Canberra United Academy so far.
Once again, it's quite a stagnant midfield from Canberra United Academy, and they're struggling to get the ball out of their own half under the pressure of Wagga City Wanderers. But a great ball out wide here to Hampson, but the pass goes astray. She picks up the ball again, shows a bit of flair, bit of skill. She finds Christensen, who cuts the ball to Giddis, but she couldn't put her foot on the ball. She picks up the scraps here. Finds Taylor Young, but a touch lets her down, and Wagga City Wanderers clear. And a long-range speculative effort from Tara Cannon. Still stays into the field of play, and it'll be a throw-in. No academy players gambled on that, and could have put pressure on Ems there. Let's see if the Canberra United Academy press high is more, throws the ball in. Giddis has the ball near the corner flag. Tries and finds her teammates, but turns it over. Giddis again has a chance to put it into the box. And it's cleared by Captain Suzaway. Ball down the line. But it's overhit, and Davey can pass to Yo again, who has provided most of the outlet passes coming out of the back here this afternoon.
Exactly, and they're trying to build from the back. Unfortunately, they're having a hard time finding the midfield thanks to some great pressing by Wagga City. Piper has the ball over there in the corner. Unfortunately, she can't do too much about it. She does get a throw-in. Canberra United not finding the midfield quite easily enough, because every time Tara Cannon or Sashakov has the ball, they're bringing the danger up there. So I'm assuming Wagga City knows that and is really, really closing on them as soon as possible.
Let's Wagga clear into the car park on the far side. It is a new midfield pairing, though, here this afternoon compared to what they're used to. In what the first couple of games for Canberra United Academy, it's been Tara Cannon and Hayley Taylor Young in that midfield. So whether that has also been they're just trying to gel and trying to find their feet together. We've got Roden and Cannon in that midfield there, but on the other hand, Wagga City Wanderers are pressing high. It's Hanson who throws the ball in on that far side. Christensen controls it. Brings in Cannon into the game, who finds the ball for Grove, but the assistant referee here on the near side raises a flag and she's called offside. The ball falls nicely here, but Davey comes out and claims the ball before Castle can get a foot on the ball. Grove, bit of ping pong in the middle of the park here, falls to Taylor Young, who turns the ball over by Walker, who has been a strong presence in Wagga City Wanderers midfield here this afternoon. Cannon plays it back to Annie Grove, who passes back to Davey. And Canberra United Academy will start to build from the back again. Great little ball out here to Jensen, who lays it off to Taylor Young, who tries and finds the killer pass, but well cut out by Susan Way. Good football from both sides here early on.
Yeah, definitely. And Wagga City has a midfield that can also definitely play with the ball and is trying to find those short passes as much as possible to bring the ball up. As you say, Miranda Walker has been great in the midfield right now, trying to stop any offense from United Academy, who, when they get the ball up there, unfortunately have been signalled offside on a couple of occasions, which is a bit risky, I think, from Wagga City Wanderers to try and defend so high and trap those strikers in offside, but it's been working so far. So
they do have to be wary, don't they, with the pace of Hayley Taylor Young. in behind there, and Giddis and Christensen, they're both quick plays. And Sasha Grove wins the ball here well here. Tries and finds the killer pass to Haley Taylor Young. It falls kindly to her. 1-on-1 with the keeper. And she puts it wide. Opportunity missed there for Canberra United Academy. That's an opportunity Haley Taylor Young would normally take in training. Maybe still trying to find her feet in that attacking position.
Exactly, getting used to be the striker again. Maybe we'll need a couple of adjustments. Terrible to lose a game the way they did right now. Wagga City in defense, it could have been a mistake that they would have paid straight away. Their only mistake so far, really, defensively. But yeah, lucky for them, Taylor Young is still adjusting her right foot right now.
Ball stays in on that far side, and Annie Grove picks the ball up, finds Yo. And Wagga City clear the ball again. They have had some struggles bringing the ball out of their back line. Yo out of options there, and Moore jumps in and clears the ball. Jensen will throw the ball in here. As referee Carla Martin points to where she would like the throw in to be taken. Jensen throws it into Giddis, who controls well. Wagga City Wanderers do well to force the turnover. A lot of pressure there. She just stops play, thinking there should have been a free kick. Should have been a free kick, and Carla Martin didn't agree, but she does get in the way of that little passage of play there, and the ball does touch her, and we'll have a quick drop ball.
Yeah, Tess Bakari just stopping the game right now, thinking that she was fouled. Yeah, you want to keep playing until the referee blows the whistle.
It's one of those ones where you try and encourage the referee to call it. If you stop playing, surely she has to blow the whistle. But Wagga City Wanderers win the ball here and again in the midfield. It comes to Megan Castle, has a shot and spills through the glove of Isabel Davey, who does well to push it wide.
Great left foot from just outside the box. Again, that's a couple of times that she can get a bit of a lucky deflection on one of the defenders from Canberra United Academy. But that's the first real shot that she could take. Sorry, and that's a corner kick that Miranda Walker will shot.
Yet again, nearly every player back in the box for Canberra United Academy as Walker swings the ball into the back stick. Free header, which is cleared by Sasha Grove, and we'll have another corner. This time will be taken by Tessa Valkyrie on that far side.
And Wagga City, a little bit like Canberra, Croatia yesterday on the corner kick, not putting a lot of bodies in that box, only 2 or 3, and most girls waiting just outside of the box. I mean, it worked for Canberra, Croatia yesterday with Grace Gill bringing a goal like this, and that corner kick could be dangerous, but well cleared so far.
Canberra United Academy struggled to clear their lines, but it does fall here to Miranda Walker, who's hemmed in by Sasha Grove, but she does well to beat her. Sasha Grove breaks away, hit the ball, and snuffed out by Lisa Carey, who's a late inclusion into the side. We heard yesterday that it was going to be Maddie Harris, but she failed to make the trip, it seems, to Canberra from Wagga. And it's Lisa Carey who will fill that central striker role. Brendan Nicholson, who scored her debut goal last week against Canberra Olympic in a 5-1 loss. And as I start to build her up, she does a foul throw in. So we Canberra United Academy's ball here.
Yeah, and Sam Gray was saying how happy she was scoring that one goal. Mind you, in a hard loss to Canberra Olympic, but scoring a goal for Brendan Nicholson brought so much joy to the whole side that she said that she just loved it and wanted more of it, really.
Academy try and cut the ball, find a player in behind, but it's turned over. Yo again turns the ball over here, and Castle space out wide for Lockley Hinshin, who keeps the ball in. She's out there by herself. With a little help, she turns and beats her man, but a great covering challenge from, look like Tara Cannon out there on that far side. Sasha Grove, time to run at the Wagga City Wanderers defence. She looks for the ball in behind, but it's well cleared by Moore. Annie Grove picks the ball up here, finds a centre-back partner, who turns the ball over. Moore looks for the killer pass in behind, but it inadvertently hits one of her teammates. Taylor Young here on the ball in the centre circle. She looks at the ball, turns it over. Nikki Kratchich on the ball there. And yet again, it's Annie Grove who cleans up the mess, finds Yo, who passes to Jensen. Cannon there in the midfield. Well done by Sasha Grove to win the ball there.
There's a lot of density in that midfield, and I think if Canberra United Academy wants to create those chances, they have to use a bit more of the width of the pitch. Wagga City Wanderers really, really good in the middle of the park. We need to see a bit more width, I think, maybe on both sides, to try and create more opportunities.
I think dense is a great word to describe the way Wagga City Wanderers are packing that midfield. We do know that Canberra United Academy do love to play with a great passing game, quick 1-2s in the midfield, and that's where their strength is. So clear instruction here from Sam Gray to pack that midfield, win it with numbers, and turn the ball over, which they've done on numerous occasions here.
Yeah, exactly. And again, when they press like they press right now, and they can get the ball up there, Tess Vakari getting a third free kick along that left line over here that Miana Walker will try and put in the box. No consequences for Isabel Levy, who can this time get it really safely.
After a bit of miscommunication between the assistant referee and Carla Martin in the centre of the park, I think we've come to the correct decision. It was a handball of Hallie Taylor Young, and it'd be Wagga City Wanderers' free kick in the middle of the park. Tuxer tries to put the ball into the box, but a good clearing header. She picks it up though, picks up the scraps. She finds Kratchich. Nicholson on that far side. Kratchich again, long range shot, and it's spilled by Isabel Davey out for a corner. Looked like she could have probably left that one. It could have gone out for a goal kick, but she tried to catch it and slipped through her hands in these wet conditions.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a bit of lack of awareness of where post actually were, but when it's raining or when it's been raining, those shots from long range can be very dangerous for a goalkeeper. So the more you try, and the more chances you have at scoring a goal.
It's safe to say that Wagga City Wanderers have got on top in the last 10 minutes here, and they do have their fifth corner of the match. A header back to Davey. Who looks for Hallie Taylor Young in behind, but it's well snuffed out by Moore. Taylor Young just providing a real scrap in the midfield there. In behind by Tessa Vakari. And it'll be a corner to Wagga City Wanderers. There was some shouts there for a free kick, but Carla Martin just pointed for a corner. Yeah, it's in the 34th minute here at Hawker Football Centre. The score is still 0-0. This game brought to you by Bar TV, the home of grassroots football here in Australia. Walker to whip this one in. Canberra United Academy clear. Look to find Hallie Taylor Young, but well cut out by Wagga, who try their luck from range, but they won't trouble Davey, and she smartly lets her go out for a goal kick.
And Wagga City has slowly installed the whole team in the academy's side, who's having a hard time clearing and finding Hallie Taylor Young or Christopherson up there. You want them to really... Sorry, there's something going on right now. Nicholson trying to get into the box, and good defense by Grove, who has to concede another corner for Wagga City Wanderers.
Yeah, it's been the tale of the first half, to be honest, that Canberra United Academy's inability to get out from their back half and relying for those long balls over top for their pacey wingers and striker to get in behind, but they have either been offside or the pass has been overhit. So I would say that Wagga City Wanderers had the better opportunities here in the first 35 minutes. Ball whipped into the box, danger there. Davey punches the ball, nearly hits a Wagga City Wanderers, and that could have gone anywhere. Dangerous. It'll be Tessa Vakari on that far side. It might be the only patch of sunshine in the whole ground there. Vakari with the left foot swings it in. Well cleared there by Annie Grove, and we'll have the third corner in succession for Wagga City Wanderers.
And with now 2 corners in a row going to the front post, you wish a few more Wagga City Wanderer players would go in there to try and, put something on that ball and put it in. That one a little bit longer. Good header just over the crossbar. It was deflected.
That could have gone anywhere. A header that deflected off a Canberra United Academy player, and it's the 4th succession in a row. Great ball in by Vakari in that instance. See if she can replicate it. Finds the penalty spot. Failed to clear by Canberra United Academy. Shouts for handball. It did look like it hit the chest of a Academy player. Moore does well here. Sasha Grove fights for it. And it's a throw-in for Canberra United Academy. I think Olivia Moore thought that was going to be her throw-in, so she let it go out. But Martin decides that it has come off her last. Academy scrap away. Hazel Young drops back into that midfield and helps out. And finds Davey, whose long pass is overhit, and she fails to find her teammate out there on that far side. Wagga City Wanderers definitely on top now.
Exactly, and when you see Haley Taylor-Young, which is a great shot actually, dropping down to try and get the ball, that's what United needs to be doing right now. If you're going to try for those overhead ball, you need to either make enough power on it or to bring a bit more bodies in the midfield to try and avoid having to always clear that ball that far.
Sam Gray must be wrapped with the opening 37 minutes of this match so far. After losing the 2 games they played against each other last year, 4-0 and 6-2, his message must have been quite clear. Let's keep it tight till half time. Let's keep it tight and see what we can do in the second half. He'd be absolutely wrapped to maybe even slightly disappointed his side isn't even in front in this opening 45 minutes. Annie Grove passes the ball out there to Hampson on that far side. Giddis, who looks like she's maybe a tactical switch. She's gone onto that left-hand side. She picks up the ball here. It looks to take on her player. She does. Beats. Cuts back inside. Nearly finds Haley Taylor-Young. Sasha Grove steals it off her foot. And they look for a killer pass, but Haley Taylor-Young... Sasha Grove probably could have passed back to her midfield, brought her midfield game, kept possession, but she does look for that killer pass, and Haley Taylor-Young is offside. It does look like that Giddis is now playing on that left-hand side, and it's almost Sasha Grove is pushed into the right wing, and Haley Taylor-Young might even dropped into that midfield position. Now with Christensen taking the centre striker position. Good header there from Meg Roden that finds its way to Davey, who looks for the ball in behind for Sasha Grove. Falls here to Jensen. Space here for Canberra United Academy. She's offside. She doesn't make a play at it though. The flag is still raised, but the ball does go to Samantha Ems. And she picks the ball up and looks to send this one long. Brought down here by Hampson. But Wagga City Wanderers are doing what they do best, scrapping for it in that midfield and turning the ball over. Hampson has a second bite of the cherry. Looks again for another killer pass in behind. But Samantha Ems has done smartly. Great awareness by the keeper to know where her box is, where she can touch it, bringing the ball under control. Taylor Young wins the header in the midfield. Return serve by Miranda Walker. Looks for the ball in behind for Giddis, who's got the pace to burn here up against Brandy Nicholson. She looks for the ball in behind the back stick. Sasha Grove puts pressure on Moore here. And more clears into Grove by the looks of it, and it's a throw in for Wagga City Wanderers, deep in their own half. It's incredible what a little tactical switch like that, and how quickly the game does turn. Academy now look like they're on top.
Yeah, exactly, and we know that everyone has pace on the front of the academy, so they're all going to be dangerous. But yeah, right now putting Taylor Young in the middle maybe has confused a little bit the Wagga City defense, and they had more opportunities to bring the ball forward. But right now Wagga City has the ball.
Walker goes to try her luck from range, but slips as she strikes the ball, and it's almost a throw in. Stevie brings the ball back into play here. The clock ticks over into the 41st minute. 4 minutes to go until halftime. Cannon finds Hampson out wide. Does the 1-2 with Giddis, but the ball is turned over. Wagga City scrapping well in the midfield there, but great tracking back by Giddis. Young, great, the ball out wide to Hampson, who brings it under control here, who turns and beats Nicholson, who finds Kristen, who his touch gets away from her.
And that's what you miss, I think, by not having Taylor Young up there, is somebody who can actually control the ball and keep the ball up front, letting her team going up. Having her in the midfield will help the midfield getting a bit stronger, but you're losing a bit of that time earning opportunity at the front.
Taylor Young picks the ball here, but doesn't find the Sasha Grove in behind. Yo will get to the ball first. Walker presses. Head to Young, drops wide, but turns the ball over again. It's Canberra United Academy's throw in. That could have gone either way. It did sound like it did come off Hayter Young's boot, and it should have been a Wagga throw in, but Kayla Martin disagrees. The Wanderers clear their lines. Great header in there by Roden. Scraps away. As you can hear from Sam Gray yelling from the sideline, that was a great combination pass, finding the feet of Castle, who tried to lay off to Walker, who's now pressing a little bit higher. She has been their greatest threat for the Wanderers. Yo calmly finds her midfield. Haley picks up the ball in the midfield, and she wins herself a throw in. Grove turns her man well. Giddis out wide. Great ball to Giddis, who breaks in 1-on-1, and she finds the back of the net with a great left foot strike, leaving Samantha Ames no chance. And a bolt from the blue. Canberra United Academy are in front.
And as soon as they can play their game, as soon as you can find Sasha Grove with a bit of space at the midfield, it brings danger straight away up there. That pass for Giddis was perfect. And then Giddis one-on-one with the keeper. Then it's about her skills, and she scored one last week already. She's just making sure that she keeps going up on that scoring ladder.
As you said, it was Sasha Grove who turned really nicely from the throw-in, found a bit of space, and finds the killer pass to Giddis, who calmly scores the first goal of the game and her second in 2 games. And it's 1-0 here for the Academy as time ticks away. We've got 1 minute. That's Hampson out wide, who finds the goal scorer Giddis, who looks for the turn pass, but it's turned over. Great little step over there by... Was that Lockley Hinshin? Either way, it's a Canberra United Academy throw-in. Finds Taylor Young. Wagga City Wanderers clear. Have a chance to break here, but the ball gets turned over here. And Jensen Tries and finds Christian out wide, but the ball skips along the slippery Hawker Football Centre surface. And we'll have a Wagga City Wanderers throw in. Yo brings the ball down. Comes out wide to Hampson, who turns the ball over after a press from Wagga City Wanderers. She wins the ball back. Finds Yo, who finds Jensen, who turns the ball over. His clearance nearly cannons into Walker's head. Luckily, she seems okay. Yo finds Roden in the middle of the park. Great switch out wide to Cannon, who finds Annie Grove, who looks for the ball in behind, and Giddis looks like she's in behind here again. She's got space to move. Sasha Grove free in the box here, if she can find her. But well cleared by Wanderers. Falls to Haley Taylor Young, and her shot flies over the crossbar. Better from Canberra United Academy here.
Yeah, very good handoff first half for Canberra United Academy, and twice Alex Giddis can find some space over there on the left side over Brendan Nicholson. This time the rest of the back four was here to help, but you know, Haley Taylor Young almost scored that one from just outside the box. Very, very good omens just before halftime.
Looks at the ball in the box here. Sasha Grove picks it up. Puts a great little ball in behind for Haley Taylor Young, but Samantha Ems is well off her line and snuffs out the danger. Tries and finds Nicholson out wide, but Giddis wins the ball. Looks for the ball. It failed cleared. And it falls kindly to Christensen, who failed to get any power on the strike. And Ems gratefully dives to her right and saves.
Yeah, it's the third time now that Brendan Nicholson is maybe a little bit too high up the park, and Alexandra Giddis can take advantage of it. This time, Christopherson almost scored.
Great ball in the box here, but there's no Wanderers players in the area. So Davey safely clears. And Carl Martin blows the whistle for half-time here at Hawker Football Centre. It's Canberra United Academy leading Wagga City Wanderers thanks to a goal from Alexandra Giddis, which was created beautifully by Sasha Grove, who turned the ball in the midfield and found some space for the first time in behind. Thoughts on the first half?
I think it was a great game. I think Wagga City Wanderers did everything they had to do to, bother Canberra United Academy, and they are playing passing football. I think that halftime speech by Scott O'Donnell will be very important to make sure that Canberra United Academy play like they just played the last 5 minutes. When they're trying to put the ball behind the back four from Wagga, they need to put that ball as wide as possible. That's been very dangerous. And Wagga City Wanderers, is going to try and make the most of those opportunities. They had a couple of shots that unfortunately they couldn't put in the back of the net at this level of the competition. You can't afford to miss those ones, especially against the academy. It's going to be a very good second half, I'm sure.
Hopefully the rain stays away. We'll be back in a couple of minutes' time to bring you the second half.
goal from last week was a corner that we came back at the end of the last. And that shot for a corner. The 3 goals against Canberra, Croatia. One was the goal for the half match the goal. Following 1-1 corner with a struggle and the ball was in. And I think there was one goal that was, the last goal was good for both legged. Kind of like that. That kind of situation, very good passing ball right into the box. That was 4-1, which didn't play football. But you got to commit more bodies on those corners. You can tend to defend there, and you got only two people to get the header in there.
Hello and welcome back to Hawker Football Centre for this NPLW match between Canberra United Academy and Wagga City Wanderers. It's Canberra United Academy lead at the break, 1-0, thanks to a Alex Giddis left foot strike late in that first half. As you see, both sides get ready to play. Coach Scott O'Donnell is still on the pitch, giving a few words of advice.
Making sure his team is motivated just before the beginning of the second half. We're just waiting for the referee, aren't we? The team eager to play and not let the weather get too cold. Most of the clouds are gone though, so hopefully there's not going to be any rain on that second half.
Yeah, it seems like both teams are quite keen to get out of the cold and get this second half underway. And we're just waiting for the referees to appear from the cosy change rooms to start this second half. It was an interesting battle in that for opening 45 minutes as Wagga City Wanderers packed that midfield and Canberra United Academy struggled to break them down. And to be honest, it looked like Wagga City Wanderers might even snatch the lead for a good portion of that opening 45 minutes.
Exactly, and 5 or 6 corners in a row at one point when half of their goals this season has come from those corners that couldn't be dealt with properly by defenses. Unfortunately, this time they couldn't really make the most of it. Canberra United Academy right now having a little huddle to make sure the team is ready for the second half. I think the key, like you said, is definitely the midfield. And the key for Canberra United Academy is maybe to try and avoid that middle of the park as much as possible, using the width, using the pace of their wingers. That's how they can probably surprise Wagga City like they've done at the end of that first half, taking advantage of Brendan Nicholson playing quite offensively in the right back for Wagga City.
The sides as named, no substitutions at a half-time by either coach. And the referees have now made their way out to the pitch, so we can get this second 45 minutes underway. What has been an entertaining game so far. Come blows a whistle, and Megan Castle gets us underway with a quick long ball from Walker in behind. And Canberra United Academy pick up the possession here with Annie Grove, who finds Roden, who turns the ball over here by high pressing Vakari, who shoots and spills in. It's a quick equaliser. Dream start to the second half for Wagga City Wanderers. As Vakari shoots from long range, it skims through the hands of Davey in goal. 1-1, game on.
Yeah, and Jensen holding her head right now. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get that ball in. Tess Vakari making the most of it. Left foot from just outside the box. Those slippery balls that we discussed in the first half going right under Isabel Davies' belly, unfortunately.
It's a dream start to the second half for Wagga City Wanderers. Out of nowhere, it's 1-1. And they've got everything to play for here. Vakari, the goal scorer, takes on Jensen, but Jensen wins out and clears the ball out for a Wagga City Wanderers throw-in. That's Vakari's second goal this season, and she was their top goal scorer last year with 3, so she looks well on her way to break her own personal record.
Exactly, and really good to see from such a young player scoring much of the opportunity that she's getting. Canberra United has everything to do again, and they're going to have to fight for those 3 points this game for sure.
Maybe it was a message from Sam Gray at half time. Just take your opportunities. This surface it's hard to control for any player, let alone the goalkeeper when the ball skims on like this. As Brady Nicholson comes down his right hand side here, looks for a ball into the box, and it finds its way to Davey, who has a great throw out, but the ball skims over the head of Sasha Grove there. But strong arm there from Davey, who finds Christensen with some space. And Moore, who had a terrific first 45 minutes. Oh, it's tap in here for Canberra Academy. And they bundle it home. What? 2 minutes into the second half, and we've had 2 goals. Giddis scrambles the ball home. Her first shot was deflected, then fell kindly back to her, and she just toe pokes it in to an empty net.
Exactly, and what a response by the academy. Great run on the side by Christopherson on the right side, who could cross the ball. Unfortunately, not dealt with the right way by the Wagga City defense. Good defense, though, trying to stop the shot from Giddis, but Giddis was just fighting a bit more for it.
Blink and you missed it. If you've just tuned in a little bit late and missed the opening 2 minutes, we've had 2 goals. It's now 2-1 to Canberra United Academy. And we might even have a third here as Vakari shot/cross/pass finds Davey, who puts it out for a corner. Stark contrast in the to the opening half as both sides score early. But Canberra United Academy hold on to their lead. It is 2-1 here at Hawker Football Centre. Walker crosses the ball in, comes to the near post, cleared by Annie Grove, who tries to find Walker out wide, but cut out by Christensen, who turns the ball over, but Taylor Young Giddis peels out wide here, but the ball is a little bit overhit. No, but Giddis does extremely well to keep the ball in here. Comes all the way down the corner flag, cuts the ball across the box. But Samantha Ems cuts out the danger. Taylor Young brings the ball under her control. Great scrap in the mid for great doggedness from the Wagga City Wanderers, especially shown there by Lisa Carey. He's dropping back into that midfield position. Roden. Pass is deflected all the way back to Hampson, who finds Yo. Calm under pressure there was Hampson. Who finds Jensen out in that far side. Comes inside back to Cannon, who tries and finds the ball in behind, but well cut out by Wagga City. Walker here, turns the ball over. Giddis passes to Haley Young. Giddis chases the ball down, but fails to keep it in.
Seems to be the preferred route, trying to find Gillies on the left side. In the first half, a couple of goals, and she brought quite a bit of danger in the back of Brandy Nicholson. That's been the preferred route besides the goal for Academy in the beginning of that second half.
Well, why wouldn't she go to Gillies? She's got 2 goals, and there's definitely some space in there as Nicholson's pushing really high up the pitch. Annie Grove stumbles, but Yo helps her out and clears the danger. As looked like Micken Castle was going to take advantage of the unfortunate slip by Fanny Grove, who is laughing it off. She sees a funny side in it, thankfully. Assist to Sasha, presses. Giddis does well there to win. Hampson throws the ball to Haley Taylor-Young. The ball cannoned off Haley Taylor-Young's hand there, but the whistle isn't blown, and it's Wagga City Wanderers throw in here.
Got to see the experience of Taylor-Young here, who obviously got the ball in her arm. Did not want to show that the ball touched her arm by not trying to shake it off too early, but then a minute later he's holding an elbow.
It's one of the telltale signs when it's a handball, right? When you start shaking your hand in pain, especially in these freezing conditions, that would have stung. She's done well. She's done well to hide the pain she felt. Annie Grove passes here to Yo. Great ball in there to Cannon, who finds Jensen on that far side. Return pass to Cannon. Cannon tries and takes on her man. Looks for the pass, but turns it over. She does well in there. I can't see who that is on that far side, though. Castle lays it off to Walker, who comes back inside. Falls here. Walker's deflection comes out to Nicholson here, who stayed forward. Crosses and straight into the breadbasket of Davey, who just blasts the ball away. My mistake, that cross was actually from Lockley Hinchin. My mistake. Thanks for my co-commentator Jeremy for pointing out my mistake. Carey wins the ball there. Hayter Young takes on her man. Rides the rough challenge advantage from Carla Martin. She finds Kristen, who shanks her shot, but it falls here to Sasha Grove. Back to Christensen, who bends it in straight down the middle.
And great pace by Taylor-Young to bring the danger in Wagga City's box, and using the width has proven such a good vector of opportunities for Canberra United Academy. We can see Wagga City. I don't know if it's tiring or maybe having a harder time holding on the midfield on the second half.
Hampson will get the game underway here. She throws the ball in. She finds Tara Cannon, who plays it back. Giddis takes on her player. Sam Gray unhappy with the lack of call there, and he seems to have got his way there. Carla Martin must be listening to Sam Gray. The assistant referee correctly tells him to calm down. We'll see Wanderers free kick. Ball long to Hampson, who brings the ball down to Giddis, to Roden, to Taylor-Young, to Cannon. Great passage of play here from Canberra United Academy. But the ball is, all that good work is undone with the heavy pass out to the overlapping Jensen. And Wagga City Wanderers will throw the ball in. That was a great move, though, from Canberra United Academy. They seem to be finding a lot more space than they were in the first 45.
Yeah, exactly. And at first 45, it looked like there was more white shirts than green shirts, but that second half shows the opposite. And I think Sam Gray bringing all the passion of the Scotsman trying to motivate his girls. They will need that because it's been a second half a bit hard for them to start with.
Well, it was the second half that they started so brightly for them, and then less than 60 seconds they were equal, but in the same amount of time again they were down again. So you'd be disappointed they couldn't hold on to parity for long, and Academy now seem to be stamping their authority on this game here. Carla Martin pauses the game as we've got a Wagga City Wanderers player down here, and looks like there's a bit of concern out there from Walker. Who's down out there? It's Nikki Kratchich, who was a late inclusion into the starting 11 here this afternoon. She seems to be okay. She seems to be, might have been just a winded. She seems to be just sucking in the big ones.
Yeah, and any hit with that cold will take a little bit longer to recover from, unfortunately.
Not sure about you, Jeremy. My hands are freezing, so that would have hurt if it hits you. The ball hits you in the chest like that. Great overlapping run here. She tries and finds the ball into the box, but it's cut out by Carey, and it goes out for a corner. As Tara Cannon jogs slowly over to that far side to put the ball into the box. Academy, you've thrown a lot of players forward here. If you look at on halfway, there's 2v2 here, so there is an opportunity of a counter-attack here for Wagga City if they manage to clear the ball. But on the same token, plenty of players in the box for Academy.
Yeah, exactly. And look how crowded that goal line is. 4 Academy players with 4 Wagga City defender and the keeper. It looks like that's where the ball would go. But Tara Cannon is right footed, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, she is. So I'm not sure how she's going to make that happen.
They're trying to get in the way of the keeper, but it looks of it here. And see, there's lots of space on that penalty spot. Ball goes near post, and an unfortunate end as the ball comes into the side netting here. And Wagga City Wanderers quick to get the game under the way, and they want to play out from the back here. Great little ball out there to Castle, who brings it down very nicely, who looks for the return pass, but Fakari's pass is a bit of a shank, and it goes out for a throw in here on that far side. It's getting a bit dark here as the lights do turn on here at Hawker Football Centre. H.L. Young presses high on Wagga City Wanderers here. H.L. Young presses really high here, and she does well. Wagga City Wanderers do hold on to the ball though. They turn it over here as Hampson joins the attack, but turns the ball over. She's looking for that pass in behind, but well done by Roden here to ride the challenge and then to lay it back to Yo. That's great midfield play from the young midfielder. Yo looks for Grove, who turns well. But Wagga snuff it out. They're looking for the ball in behind here. Hampson under pressure here, but well done as she turns away from the pressure of Lockley Hinchin. As Giddis puts pressure on Wagga. She's been fantastic today. Great, fantastic performance from the young winger.
Yeah, exactly. No, not only those 2 goals, but that relentless pressure helped by Taylor Young up there. It's obviously getting really hard for Wagga City to be able to answer to that pressure. They're always there. That's going to be one of the keys of that end of the game.
Cannon on the ball here. Tries her luck from range. Oh, Samantha Ames does spill. But there's no Canberra United Academy player gambling on that, and she collects and boots the ball up to halfway. Brought down by Grove. Taylor Young has time here to turn. Looks to bring in her midfielders, but she turns the ball over. And Lockley Hinchin passes to Carey. She's quick, Lockley Hinchin, but not quick enough on that occasion as the ball goes out for a throw-in here for Canberra United Academy. Looks to be a lot of tired legs out there, quite a few hands on hips and a bit puffed. It is hard to when it's this cold and the ground is so heavy. It does wear you out pretty quickly. Great turn from here from Grove. Lays it off to Meg Roden, who turns the ball over. It's Fakari, the goal scorer for Wagga, and she's well challenged by Jensen, who turns the ball over for Roden, who looks for the ball in behind here, but it's a bit overhit. Headed one in the midfield by Wagga. But Meg Roden wins the ball, turns nicely. Passes back to Annie Grove. In the heart of the defence. Takes on Wagga City Wanderers and drives. Great little play there. Puts the ball in behind for Sasha Grove. It was the right idea there from Hayley Young, but a bit overhit.
And what an effort by Annie Grove, breaking the lines literally, going through Wagga City's midfield to then create a great offensive opportunity for her team.
So just scrap there in the midfield, but Walker comes away with it, puts the ball in behind here. Lockley Hinchin has got some space. She drives. Annie Grove puts pressure on her. Ball stays in. Annie Grove does really, really well and clears the danger. But Wagga City Wanderers have proven to be a threat here from corner, so another opportunity presents itself.
Exactly, and that's what the Wanderer needs to do. They really need to use that width as much as possible. They got quite a bit of pace on the right and on the left as well, with Vakari, who showed us a few times that she can take that wing. They haven't used that width enough, I think, on that second half when they used it once they scored. So they really need to keep using that, and whenever they're going to get a corner, they're going to bring danger into the academy defence.
I think it was also the first chance that Walker had in the middle of the park and a bit of space and had a chance to look forward. So she's definitely got the ability to find a great pass like that. And Lockley Hinchin had some space in behind, but was well snapped up by Annie Grove. Vakari looks short here. Looks like a set routine for Walker. Takes a deflection. And they're going to be another corner. That was definitely a set routine here. Walker just seems like she's out of the play and more like focused on defence, and then she bursts forward and a bit of a sneaky attack there. See if they try to replicate it here, or they've done going for the exact same play now. Walker, can she deliver a better ball? But it's a bit of a shank, and it goes to no one in particular, and Canberra Academy have a chance to clear. Taylor Young with that pace puts pressure on the Wagga City Wanderers defence, and they've turned the ball over here. Great press from Taylor Young. But great touch. And the ball in behind here for Walker, who puts pressure and forces a corner. Great press from Miranda Walker there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what's been paying for both teams whenever the striker really goes and press deep the central defence. Good strategy by Miranda Walker, trying to play those corners quickly. You got to take advantage of them. If the defense is not going to come and close in on you, you got to take your time and put that ball where it's dangerous. She's going to shot that corner now.
It's a poor corner, to be honest, and it's flat across the near post, and Christopherson clears. It's a throw in for Wagga on that far side. The score remains 2-1 here at Hawker Football Centre. Canberra United Academy leading the visitors from Wagga. Miscommunication there, but Sasha Grove does well. Meg wins the ball here. Passes to Giddis. Giddis' pass doesn't find the foot of Taylor Young, but her pressure once again forces a turnover from Wagga City Wanderers. Sasha Grove under pressure here. Finds Jensen on that far side. Finds the feet of Taylor Young. That's great play. Giddis with space to do a thing. Billions with pace. Finds the backs. A great save from Ems. And great save from Samantha Ems, diving to her left hand side and turning the danger away.
And that run from Alex Giddis, really, after that pass from Taylor Young, capable of just pushing the ball and chasing it, taking two Wagga with that pace, two Wagga City defenders, with that pace, and a good left shot. Like you said, great save by Simon Innes.
She's definitely bursting with confidence after the 2 goals this game, 3 goals in 2 games. But it's Lockley Hinchin who has the space out there on that right-hand side, but her cross cannons into Annie Grove, and it's out for a corner. Yeah, you can see Giddis, when she has an opportunity, she's going to be driving at the Wagga City Wanderers defence. She knows she's got the pace to beat them, even knocking that ball in behind and running onto it like she did just moments ago. Should be looking for a hat-trick in the last 25 minutes here or so. Cross here by Vicari. Canberra United Academy clear, but it falls again to Vicari. Christensen does well to win the ball here. Flies into a header. And Carla Martin calls a free kick here for Walker. Walker thinks she deserves a few more metres closer to the goal there, but Carla Martin stands her ground and says, "You'll take the free kick where I tell you to take the free kick." Chance here to put the ball into the box. It's a bit shallow. It falls kindly to Canberra United Academy as they clear. Christensen passes out wide, but it's overhit. As Jensen tries, had acres of space out there. If that pass had been a bit softer.
And the explosivity with which Canberra United comes out of those sequences. They'll have 10 players in their box for a corner or a free kick, but then are really, really quick to go in offense.
Speaking of their offensive side, they've had a chance there, but snuffed up at Wagga, who looked for the ball in behind here. Castle had space, but the ball skims away from her, and Davey clears. It's a great throw. She's got a strong arm, but the ball once again skims over small Sasha Grove. Taylor Young brings her midfield into play. That's great control. Finds Cannon, finds Roden, who does well. Looks for the ball in behind. Looked like Sasha Grove was off there. She kept the balls in, but goes out for a throw in deep in Wagga City Wanderers defensive half, out near that corner flag. The throw in will be taken by Nicholson. Throws up to Walker. Hands in the back there, but no whistle by Carla Martin. Taylor Young tries her luck from range, but skims wide. Once again, it seemed like Wagga City wanted to stop playing and just demanded a free kick, but Carla Martin not doing so.
Oh, exactly, and that was me on that Walker this time, and you don't want to take those chances, especially against the academy. If the referee doesn't whistle, you need to keep going and not give up on your teammates.
Chance here for Taylor Young, but a great cover challenge from Brandy Nicholson. Haley Taylor Young looked destined to score her first goal of the season, but a great covering challenge from Nicholson. And it goes out for a corner for Canberra United Academy. Corner will be swung into the box here. Goes to that near post area. Wagga City Wanderers clear. Roden shows her skill and flair. Unleashes a shot and a fantastic save from Samantha Ems. Great football all round.
What a piece of skill by Roden, that little sombrero, and then at the edge of the box in perfect position to deliver a powerful shot. What a save again by Sam Ems. It's the fourth or the fifth shot that she can clear.
Great flair from Roden at her first start of the season for Canberra United Academy, flicking the ball over a defender's head and just unleashing a volley, but M's up to the challenge and palms it away for a corner. Ball a bit deeper this time to the near post. Wanderers try and clear, falls to Taylor Young, takes it off Roden's boot. And that was Hampson trying her luck from range, but that's a standard save by M standards here this afternoon. Roden presses high, gives a chance, wins the header again. She's really come into the game here in the second 45 minutes as Roden. Annie Grove on the ball here, controls nicely. Shows a fancy footwork, finds Cannon, who turns the ball over there with a nothing pass. But well won there by Jensen on that far side. Roden picks up the ball in the midfield and finds Yo. Looks for that killer pass out wide of Christensen. But it's turned here by Wagga, who finds Walker down the line. Yo marking her quite tightly. It's a 1v1 here. Shows a bit of tries and backheels it in. And it comes off Yo. That'll be a throw for Wagga City Wanderers. She speaks like a captain, doesn't she, Miranda Walker? Very. She's not the captain actually. That was my mistake, but she's definitely one of the leaders in this side here, and you can hear it from all the way from the other side, demanding that to be a throw in. For a rough challenge here, it's Wagga City Wanderers free kick on the edge of the box. Challenge that could have been shown a yellow card. Can't see who's down there on that far side. Looks like Olivia Moore, who's down the ground, still feeling the effects of that rough challenge as she put her body on the line here and looks like Coach Sam Gray is also the team doctor as he makes his way into the field to make sure Olivia Moore is okay to continue. She's on her haunches there. She looks right to continue here. No surprises who's over this free kick here for Wagga City Wanderers. Carla Martin sets the wall. Davey commanding her troops to cover that near post. Just wait for the referee's whistle here as in comes Walker. And the ball skims over the crossbar. Opportunity though there for Wagga.
Yeah, exactly. Nice opportunity with the free kick just outside of the box. And, coming back to what you were saying earlier, Sam Gray did say that Miranda Walker was a great voice in the middle of the pitch, which we can see that she's using that voice as well to put as much influence as possible on the referee. But that's what experience does to a side like Wagga City as well.
It is Captain Susan Way who wins the header there, but Walker scraps hard in the midfield, puts pressure on here. Taylor Walker in behind here. 1v1 versus Ems. She cuts back inside. Uses the left foot, goes near post, and it's to the near side. Strange decision to cut back in on her left foot when she could have just kept driving at Samantha Ems and goals.
Yeah, exactly, and we can see that she's eager to score her first goal, but Alex Giddies was in perfect position coming in from the left side, who could have got a hat trick if Taylor Young had seen her. That was costly backwards by Miranda Walker.
Uncharacteristic error from Miranda Walker, who's had a fantastic game so far. As the clock ticks into the 74th minute here at Hawker Football Centre, it's Canberra United Academy 2, Wagga City Wanderers 1. A great contest here on a dreary Sunday afternoon, but it's great to have football back in the nation's capital. Ball in behind here for Christopherson. If she can keep the ball in here, but it looks like it's going to be overrun. And it's a throw in for Wagga City Wanderers. There is acres of space in that midfield now. Stark contrast to the first 45 minutes which we saw where it was a bit of a dogfight.
Yeah, exactly, and I think that's where the call starts to play its role, and the team is maybe a little bit more tired. But this is when you have to use the pace of your attacking four, and that's what Canberra United does very well. They have a lot of space in front, and Wagga City Wanderers is going to have to stay focused until the end of the game.
It's 15 minutes to go here as Wagga City Wanderers put pressure on here to try and get back into this game, restore parity. Try and grab a point here from the long trek from Wagga to Canberra. It's a academy throw-in on that far side. Hampson throws it in. Ball across the box here. Roden puts pressure. Giddis and also puts pressure on, but Ems clears to Hampson, who wins the ball in midfield. But Wagga City Wanderers have a chance to come away here. There's space out there, but well snuffed out by Jensen on that far side. Castle, we haven't called her name for a long time. Great cutout ball out there to Lockley Hinchin, who struggles to keep the ball in, and a great opportunity wasted there by Wagga. As the first substitution of the game takes place, as Sam Gray brings off Nikki Kracic. And coming on for Wagga is Sophie Carey. That's the first substitution of the game here in the 76th minute as Sam Gray tries a different tactic. Looks like Carey will drop into the midfield and her sister Lisa Carey will push further up to the park into that centre striker role and will partner Castle up there. Great ball from Davies straight to the lap of Hayley Taylor-Young, who brings in Jensen, who finds the ball in behind here. Sasha Grove, 1v1, and she finds the side netting. Great opportunity for Canberra Academy to put this game to bed.
Exactly, and a great ball in between. Sasha Grove finding herself on the right in front of Ems. Hard to find support, but good chance. Wagga City Wanderers really has to try and get those balls out a little bit faster. It's going to be a long last 10 minutes otherwise.
Before this game kicked off, Sasha Grove was Canberra Academy's leading goal scorer this year with 2. She has scored 2 from the first 3 games. She's on the ball here and she plays it back to Jensen, who tries and finds Cannon into the midfield. Does well. Oh, bit of miscommunication there, and Giddis seemed to think Hams was going to run to that ball, but it goes out for a throw in. Wagga City Wanderers would be desperate to get off the bottom of the table here with a draw. They do face Monaro Panthers next week, who are also sitting on the ladder with 1 point. There is looked like Miranda Walker was brought down there, but Carla Martin waves it away. Yo passes to Annie Grove, who drives into the midfield, uses her pace, looks for the cut-out pass. Comes to Sophie Carey, but a pass to Tessa Vakari is a bit heavy and it goes out for a throw in on that far side. Yeah, the Wagga City Wanderers do face Panthers next week, then followed by Belco, followed by Tuggeranong. So two or three of those games there against Panthers, against Tuggeranong United, they probably fancy themselves to grab a share of the points.
Exactly, and if any of those teams fancy getting into the top 4 this season, they have to take maximum points from those games, and then hope for a good result against one of the top 5 teams.
Giddis fires the ball across the box, but it's cut out by the Wagga City Wanderers fence. Falls to Roden here, who finds Sasha Grove. Great feet. She turns away under pressure, shoots, and deflects off a Wagga City Wanderers defender. And they clear their lines. Canberra United Academy, on the other hand, will have to be on high alert. They did lead 2-0 last week and considered 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes. So Coach Scott O'Donnell would be adamant that his troops have to finish the game strong. They can't think the game's won until the final whistle. Great little back heel there on the far side to Vakari, who cuts inside. Walker's in some space here if teammates can find her. Banny Grove cleans up. Great little skill move there. Sends Walker for a hot dog. Cannon on the ball here. Lockshire Hinson with the... Oh, with a shot that skims off the surface, and I think Davey got a hand on that and pushes out for a corner. But that came from a high press from Wagga City Wanderers, which forced Canberra United Academy to turn the ball over. And Piper Lockley Hinchin could have got his side back into the game here.
Yeah, exactly, and she made the most of that ball that she got right inside of the box. Her shot was maybe not on goal, but Davey really played safe. We're seeing a couple of Wagga City Wanderers players a bit tired in the midfield. I think there's going to be another change after that corner kick, most likely.
It is Kim Morgan walking up the sideline as Walker whips the ball into the box. Again, it's a poor one, and it finds its way into just in front of the face of goal. Canberra United Academy failed to clear that, but they do now. Cut out by Cannon, who finds Sasha Grove, who fights well. No whistle there. It's turned to a bit of a scrap in the midfield. H.L. Young swings it out wide. It's a great ball to Jensen. Also Christopherson, my mistake, who finds his back to Sasha Grove, who goes around the keeper, but fails to keep the ball in, who rounds the keeper, and there's an opportunity missed there.
Exactly, great defense by Samantha Ames right there. You thought that Sasha Grove could have tried and find the penalty kick right now, but yeah, she tried to go around and unfortunately could not stop the ball before I get to the goal kick.
Gillis's quest for a hat-trick has come to an end as she's subbed off alongside Yo, as looks like Yaya Bowman fills into that defence alongside Annie Grove. And it's Nikita Perry who come on as left wing here. Just as his side seemed to look like it was losing a little bit grip on the game, Scott Donnell makes two changes. Wagga City want to try and play out from the back here. It's Thackeray, he passes it back to the keeper, receives the ball again. They turn the ball over here, but Christensen fails to control and the ball goes out for a Wagga throw-in. And it's a straight swap on this near side as Lockley Hinchin's afternoon is done, and it's Kim Morgan who comes in into the midfield. It looks like it's also tactical changes. Lisa Carey comes out to this far side, and Kim Morgan will take up that midfield position. As Carla Martin makes notes in her book, wait to get the game underway. It's got quite blustery here at Hawken. I'm trying to keep hold of my notes as they blow in the wind. Wagga City want to throw the ball in. Walker tries to bring it under control, but it goes out for a throw-in. Quickly taken by Canberra United Academy here to H.L. Young's feet, who controls but turns the ball over in midfield. And that was Kim Morgan who won the challenge there, the substitute. H.L. Young turns, finds the ball in behind for Christopherson, who fires it across. But Samantha Ames has had safe hands all day there and does well to snuff out the danger. Wagga City want to try and play out from the back here. And it's Hampson who wins the ball here for Canberra United Academy. Goes to the killer pass. It hits Carla Martin for the second time this afternoon, but it's play on here as Castle breaks in behind. But Annie Grove, what a great challenge that is! It had the challenge that needed to be won, and she did it.
What a great challenge. In being the last defender, it's always risky to tackle right in your box as well. But what a great challenge by Annalise Groves right there.
It's become a bit of a scrap in the midfield here in the last couple of minutes as the clock ticks into the 85th minute. Annie Grove loses control of the ball but passes back to Davey. He finds Roden in the midfield. Brings Jensen into the game. Comes back inside to Roden. HL Yankee with the ball, turns, tries and beats a player, but a foot, Wagga City Wanderer foot, turn the ball over, tries and finds Castle in behind again, but the pass is overhit and Davey takes the time to pick up the ball. Davey clears the ball long as Christensen chases him behind. She's got a lot of pace to burn, and she wins the ball here. Fantastic run for Christensen, who cuts back inside. Free on the back post is Nikita. But well snuffed out by Wagga City Wanderers, as Carla Martin will have a quick chat here to... She's not happy with something, Isabella Davey said. Carla Martin has actually sent Isabella Davey to the bin. Temporary dismissal for abuse. What does Scott O'Donnell do here?
Yeah, and I think that's when she was trying to earn some time over there in her box. I think she complained about the Wagga City striker maybe touching her hands, and she might have been a bit too vocal about it. That's a really tough one. They're going to finish the game 10. They have to get their second keeper in. That's an opportunity Wagga City wants to take advantage of.
It's a fair bit of confusion here, but I don't think I've ever seen a goalkeeper sent for a temporary dismissal. And that's her day done. It's the 87th minute here, and it looks like Scott O'Donnell has been forced to make a change here, and it's substitute keeper Aurelia Hayes who will come on, and Sophia Christopher is sacrificed for that. She'll be, her afternoon is also done. What a strange couple of minutes. Isabel Davey was complaining about Wagga City Wanderer player kicking her. She went to pick up the ball. She was trying to slow the game down here, and she must have said something that Carla Martin didn't like, and she sent her for a temporary dismissal, and her day's done, and the game's just paused. We haven't kicked the ball for 2 minutes, and the clock ticks away. As the corner comes in after all that, and it's gone out for a goal kick. If you needed more drama on a Sunday afternoon, we've got it for you.
Exactly, and Scott O'Donnell will not be too happy with his goalkeeper right now. You want to hope that that's not going to cost Canberra United Academy the 3 points this afternoon.
It's just a strange circumstance. The game had gone on. It was a Canberra United corner, and Carla Martin went back and sent Isabella Davey off for a temporary dismissal. But Wagga City Wanderers have a chance here to steal their share of the points. Miranda Walker wins herself a free kick here, and it'll be the second yellow card of the game. And who's she shown that to? She's sent to Nikita Perry, the substitute. And Wagga City Wanderers have a chance here to fire a late shot and maybe steal a point. As Canberra United Academy set their wall. In comes Miranda Walker, and it's a bit of an unfortunate end to a dramatic couple of minutes here.
Yeah, exactly. A bit of a wasted opportunity by Miranda Walker, unfortunately, being the end of the game. That was a way to try and put pressure on the new entrant in the goals for Canberra United before she even touched the ball.
As the clock ticks into the 90th minute, Wagga City Wanderers press high. As Scott O'Donnell here on the sideline tells his young goalkeeper, his young substitute goalkeeper, to slow down and take the time. She kicks the ball out, and it's going to be a throw in here to Wagga City Wanderers. Walker finds some space in the midfield, tries a shot from long range. A bit of a scrap in there as Canberra United Academy failed to clear the ball. It's a Wagga City Wanderers throw. They're still alive here. They can still steal a point. They're thrown into Walker again. Quickly pressed by two Canberra United defenders. And the ball goes out. And the keeper claims it. Surely that's the last hurrah for Wagga City Wanderers. As Hayes kicks the ball long. Brought under control by Haley Taylor-Young. She bursts down the left-hand side here. She holds the ball in the corner flag, content to just let the clock tick away, and the game just stops. And she puts. Finally, Susan Wake kicks the ball out from Haley Taylor-Young's foot. I thought that's when the game was going to end, just like that.
Just like that on the corner, and smart play by Haley Taylor-Young, who for some reason conceded the throw-in on that action.
Strange decision. And now it's a Wagga City. No, it is Canberra United Academy throw, but they took forever to take it. So Wagga City Wanderers just picked it up, and we're just going to get the game underway again here. But finally, it's Hampson who throws the ball in, taking her time too. Almost a foul throw to Haley Taylor-Young, who clears the ball in. Crosses the ball in, and Ems has a chance to launch the ball forward here. Cannons the ball into the night sky, comes down with ice on it, and Wagga City Wanderers have a chance here to launch another attack. But it's cut out by Hampson as the substitute Nikita. Haley Taylor-Young puts pressure again. Lisa Carey with some space here, put under pressure now by Canberra United Academy, but she puts the ball out, and it'll be a Canberra United Academy throw-in. She's got a bit of cramp here, and the game stops again. We might have 6-7 minutes at a time here. She seems to be in a bit of pain from that cramp. So there is going to make Wagga City Wanderers are going to make a late change here. She's taking off 6-7 layers of clothing. She's not used to the Canberra colds. Who is it taking off all the clothes? It's Madeline Ems. It should be on for all of 30-40 seconds here by the time she's now on. Hampson throws the ball in. Won by Nicholson. Ball comes off Haley Taylor-Young. It's a Wagga City Wanderers throw. Nicholson will take it. Haley Taylor-Young wins the header. It's a bit of a scrap down there. I can't see because of the tent, but it looks like it's a Wagga City Wanderers throw in. Time ticks away. Must be only seconds to go here, surely. Throws it in. Castle tries and controls the ball. Hampson finds Annie Grove. Nicholson controls. Tara Cannon wins the ball in midfield with a robust challenge, and Nicholson rushes over to pick up the ball and get the game underway again. She passes to Walker. Passes to Nicholson. Annie Grove wins the header. Taylor-Young drives with the ball at the Wagga City Wanderers defence. She lays it out wide. Nikita Perry tries and gets a cross in, but Wagga City Wanderers snuff out the danger. Walker tries and launches an attack forward, but it's well stopped by Sasha Grove. We're ticking into the 95th minute here as Meg Roden controls the ball. As the ball's gone out on that far side here. It's going to be a Canberra United throw-in. Surely the final whistle has to blow. What a crazy last 10, 15 minutes. Jeremy, can you recap that for me? What has happened?
Indeed, it was a crazy last 10 minutes, and we might see Isabel Davey coming back from the sin bin if we keep playing this extra time. Since the 87th minute and that sin bin, I guess, for Isabel Davey, Wagga is trying to really play their 100% to try and score the goal. Canberra United Academy really smartly keeping the ball up front, going to the corners, trying to waste as much time as possible, and that's the final whistle.
The final whistle blows on what is truly a bizarre second 45 minutes. But the end result is Canberra United Academy 2, Wagga City Wanderers 1. Canberra United Academy opened the scoring through Alexandra Giddis after Sasha Grove won the ball, turned nicely and found Giddis in space, and her left foot shot crashed into the top of the net. Wagga City Wanderers came out firing in the second half, and the opening 45 seconds equalised as Fakari's shot slipped through the hands of Davies. But in another blink of the eye, a minute later, Giddis scored her second after Wagga City Wanderers failed to clear their lines. After Isabella Davey was sent for a technical dismissal, a temporary dismissal, chaos ensued. But the end result here is 2-1 at Hawker Football Centre. Canberra United Academy find their way back into the top four as Wagga City Wanderers are still looking for their final points. Final words, Jeremy.
Yeah, I think it's deserved for Canberra United Academy. They had a lot of chances. Samantha Hems between the posts for Wagga City had a cracking game. Without her, it could have been definitely a more severe score. It was a great game. Wagga City showed that they're here to count this season. That they want to be in the mix. It's a shame that they still haven't scored any point, but they're showing some really great spirits during that game.
Final score here, Canberra United Academy 2, Wagga City Wanderers 1. Thanks for joining. I've been Lachlan Roberts, and we'll see you next week.